Hello everybody, Sebastian Talks Manga with a brand new type of video that will be a monthly video similar to my manga hauls, but I think those might be uploaded like the next month or two afterwards. But this is my April 2023 reading log, so sit back because I've read a lot of good stuff. Now, I'm not going to showcase all the volumes I've read. I'm going to probably showcase the first volume of a series if I've read it, so I'm also not going to go through like the synopsises or stuff. I'm just going to go over my thoughts and what I've read of each series. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. Okay, so first off, we have Spy Family 1 to 9. Again, I'm only showcasing the first volumes of each series, or the first owned volumes, I should say, of series I own. So, because one of these volumes I own is, of one of the series I've read, is volume 2. So, Spy Family, I thought this was going to be okay at best because it was very popular. I was like, if it's popular, it can't be that good. Well, it is. It's very funny, very good. The characters are great. I really enjoyed the humor in this series. It reminded me a little bit of Kaguya-sama Love is War. Remember that name because there might be a certain other manga by the same author of that on this reading blog. So, Spy Family, I caught up with the entire release. I don't own volume 4. I got that from the library, so yeah, pretty good series. I'd recommend it if you haven't checked it out. Next up, I read a few volumes online, which I'll show you the third volume cover, and that is A Sign of Affection, volumes 3 to 5. I got into shoujo recently, more into shoujo recently, and I've enjoyed the ride. I've read a lot of great shoujo, and some of great shoujo, but I really like The Sign of Affection, but I think I may have done the wrong choice by binging it because it's a little too sweet for me. I compare it sometimes to a Sound Voice, which I think is much better. Don't try to hurt me, fans. That's my opinion. I think A Sign of Affection is a little too sweet for me. I'll probably read up to volume 6 and see if I continue, but maybe it's because I just binged it too quickly. I read volumes 1 and 2 last month, and I did 3 to 5. Probably not the best choice, but oh well. However, a shoujo I really enjoyed was all of DENGEKI Daisy. I read all 16 volumes. I only own the second volume because I found this at Newbury Comics, and yeah, this series is pretty hard to get. It's from the same creator as QQ Sweeper and Queen's Quality, but this was her series before. And yeah, I really enjoyed this. This was quite a ride. It was much darker than I expected it to be. I love this manga. If you haven't read it, do yourself a favor and check out QQ Sweeper and Queen's Quality. Around sometime in July or August, I don't know when, I will definitely get to Beastmaster. That is shorter, so it might be July, but who knows? Who knows? Great series. And then I read more shoujo that I really enjoyed. Requiem of the Rose King, volumes 1 to 12. I didn't get caught up because it's 17 volumes. Next month is the final volume, so I'm just going to read 13 to 17 probably then. But man, the first 12 volumes I read, so good. This series is really good. Don't judge it by that awful anime. I haven't watched it, but I've heard it's awful. So I've seen clips of it. It actually does look awful. So, anyways, read this manga. It's something you most likely won't regret because this series is so good. And we've got another dark shoujo coming up, so stay tuned. Banana Fish is amazing, and it made me sad at the end. That is all you need to know. And that will mostly do it for the shoujo. There's one more, but let's get on to some shonen and seinen at the moment. And the first one is My Dress Up Darling, and a friend of mine, my best friend actually, really wanted to check out the anime for this, so I told him, you know what? I'll get the first volume of the manga, read it, and tell you how I feel about it. I really enjoyed this. There's fan service, yes, but like people say, it's pretty wholesome despite having fan service. So, yeah, pretty cute. I'm going to get the rest of the volumes eventually, so yeah. Really did enjoy this, and I can't wait to read more. If you didn't know, I love Tatsuki Fujimoto, so I had to pick up Tatsuki Fujimoto before Chainsaw Man 22 to 26. I liked the first compilation, which was 17 to 21, but this is so much better. This is one of, I think, it is top three. Yes, I think this is better than Fire Punch, but I don't think it's up to the level of Look Back and Chainsaw Man. But this short story collection is amazing. You definitely see that he was evolving into his more modern style with this collection. So I'd highly recommend this one over 17 to 21 if you were looking to get only one of these. Get both of them. They're both pretty good, but I definitely enjoy this one way more than the other one. Spoilers for my May haul, but I picked this volume of Oshinoko up, and that's because I read the first 8 volumes of this series after the first anime episode dropped, and I was planning on reading it, but then the first anime episode dropped, like I mentioned. I was like, okay, I like Kaguya-sama. Let's see what else this author has in store for us. This is nothing like Kaguya-sama. This is darker. There's still some Kaguya-sama-esque humor, but this is a much darker, very different manga. Akasaka doesn't even do the art. It's someone else, but yes. Just yes. This deserves the hype. Read Oshinoko if you haven't. Just do it. Yakuza Fiancé, I am not saying that last title. I would butcher it. Was interesting. Now, I know people had, I think, mixed opinions on this first volume. I enjoyed it quite a bit, actually. I really like the art. The storyline's pretty interesting, even with how thin the volume is. But, yeah, it definitely convinced me to check out more, so hopefully I'll get Volume 2 and 3 this month. Volume 3 actually does come out this month, so, yeah. Intriguing story. Has dark aspects, but, yeah. I'd try it, but try the first one and see if it's your thing. But again, I haven't read past this, so I can't. It's not for everyone, but just try it for yourself and see what you. From the creator of Spy Family, which you saw very early in the video, comes Tista, the series he did years prior. I read the first volume. This is a 2-volume series. The second volume comes out this July. Don't know why it's not coming out in June. But I read this much darker, more violent than Spy Family. I honestly saw it as like Black Lagoon Jr., but not in a bad way. Not in a bad way. I don't think it's as good as Black Lagoon or Spy Family, but it's enjoyable. If you're looking for an enjoyable dark shonen that's only 2 volumes long, this is one of your best bets. So cannot wait to see how this wraps up. A little nervous to see how this wraps up because it feels like the storyline just begun and now we're almost near the end. So me thinking this was canceled. Well, Kimono Jihen. I remember when I kept bugging Viz on Twitter to license the series. Turns out 7 Seas did instead, and thankfully I'm glad they did, because this series is really good. I know people compare it negatively to Bungo Stray Dogs. Yes, there's similarities, but it's its own thing. This video is getting pretty long now, so I'm going to try to keep these a little shorter. So yeah, check out Kimono Jihen if you want a weird, dark battle shonen. So yeah, I'd recommend it if you're looking for those. Okay, we're at the home stretch here with our final shoujo, Nana. I read the first 5 volumes. Really good. Really good. Yeah, I was not expecting it to be this good. My favorite shoujo of all time is Fruits Basket, but this could be Fruits Basket if it continues being as good as it is, as amazing as it's been. So, yeah, check out Nana if you haven't. It is so good. But yeah, Nana, amazing. The hype is monumentally real, so check it out. I highly recommend that. It's a race with gangs time, baby! That's right, I read volumes 1 to 8 of Tokyo Revengers. Great stuff. I read volumes 1 to 7, so this was mostly rereading old content because I'm going to be following it via these omnibuses now. But yes, it's a race with gangs. That's it. That's the whole section. And so finally, let's wrap this up with Dan Da Dan. I read all 3 volumes that are out in English at the moment. I love Chainsaw Man, and this is one of the closest things there is to Chainsaw Man. It's by an assistant of Tatsuki Fujimoto's, and you can definitely tell he learned a lot from him in great ways. I won't say it is starting to get more action packed, but I'd say it's definitely more of a comedy, while Chainsaw Man is much more dark. So, but yeah, Don Da Don. If you like Chainsaw Man and haven't read Don Da Don, stop what you're doing. Read this. It's nothing you'll ever regret if you like Chainsaw Man. Well, this was a very fun video to make. To be honest, I was kind of in a video making slump for a few days. Then I thought of doing a reading vlog series, and this got me back in the mood. This really got me back. So, thanks. So, thank you for watching this. If you stuck it all the way through just to see what I've read, thank you. I had a lot of fun making this. I would go over my TBRs, but since these videos are probably going to be this long, I won't. But most of this month was kind of me going through my purchase backlog, so I'm trying to read what I can, so that I beget. So yeah, I'll see you next month for the May reading vlog, but there'll be videos before then, so don't worry. So this video is getting way too long, so bye bye.